Hey y'all, it's Gord, your hurtin' hippie here. I thought that I would start this off my cuff with something beautiful. Not me. This is Purple Panty Dropper. We'll get back to it. That's from MMJ, Total Healthcare. Anyways, now to me. We'll go back to that. We'll look at that. We'll talk more. This is off my cuff. This is a show that I haven't done in a month and a half because I get a little bit wired on it, and almost all of them have been demonetized. And because I said that just now, this probably will be. But I planned on that. This is a test. I'm throwing it out there. The main conversation of this off my cuff is we are in Orwellia. We are in an Orwellian future already. The latest move of YouTube kind of piggybacks onto the latest move of Twitter, and that is the social justice warriors taking over the internet and ensuring that nobody can cause any offense to anybody that supposedly can't protect themselves. They don't need that, but that's the social justice warrior movement. Why do I say all this? Hang on a second. Hey, your hurtin' hippie needs to stop hurting and get happy. And be the happy hippie. See, that's maybe my new dichotomy is there's the hurtin' hippie and there's the happy hippie. The happy hippie is well medicated and things are going well. The hurtin' hippie, medication costs too much money. The legalization is going too slow. That's something to think about. Peace. Skywalker. OG. Something I noticed in my drawer that I had forgotten I had one bud of it left, and I was saving it for a special time. So that's all of you. Yes, this is a talk about Orwellia, so let's get back to it. First things first, some of you have noticed, and big shout out to the Big James. Check him out. He does some wonderful advocacy towards the legalization of this wonderful plant. He also just does some great videos, and he's a great, all-out great guy. He was the one that brought it to my attention. Sorry, his video brought to my attention. Someone else said, hey, have you seen this video? Because I can't watch all YouTubers, even though I try to watch the Big James. I'm really skirting around the issue. That YouTube is on a mission to demonetize, not just... He mentioned the weed tubers. And he says that isn't going to stop us, and I agree. But I want to bring attention to this, as well as show that it's much bigger. It doesn't just hit us weed tubers. Phil DeFranco has been hit. Some big guys like Sargana Bakad. It seems, unless you're very careful and you tiptoe and you watch how your titles are created and how your video is presented, if you're presenting a view that it appears left-leaning YouTube doesn't agree with, they will demonetize. And it has gotten bigger and bigger. Why does that mean that I didn't do an off my cuff for a while? Well, like anybody, although I agree with the Big James, we don't do this for the money. We do this to spread awareness, to spread education, to dispel myths, etc. But there's two reasons that I think monetization is important, and I'm pretty sure most will agree with. One, it incentivizes me, the creator, the entertainment person, to do a better job. Because, number two, if you're monetized, you reach a larger audience. It gives you... I don't think it gives you the backing of YouTube, and I think that's why they're getting a little bit scared. It doesn't mean they back what I say. It means that what I say is used to help promote other things. And for them to demonetize the largest growing economic section in all the world, for the next probably 10 or 20 years, and that is the cannabis industry, is really probably a failing on their part, because somebody's going to recognize that and say, these people need a voice, I'll give it to them, and that person's going to become very rich by creating something to compete with YouTube for us, and not just for us who are controversial because we talk about tokes. The word toke. If you watch any of my videos now, Rod, thank you for pointing that out, shout out. If you put the closed captioning on, you'll see they will not caption the word tokes, stoner, stoned. They are slowly tagging out our speech. And if I know without a doubt this video will be demonetized. I have found that if I put toke in the name, it gets demonetized. So I want to share that. I want people to know what's going on with our community. This, I believe, like I mentioned Twitter. Twitter banned Milo Yiannopoulos. He is an anti-feminist. He is a very outspoken anti-feminist. But on the internet, we should be allowed to say whatever we want. And those who don't want to hear him do not need to hear him by not clicking a link, by blocking, by not watching his shows. You know, why does anyone have to be banned or demonetized off a platform that is on the internet? The internet is supposed to be a free place. That's why I tie it to 84. What else brings me to 1984? This week, I can't remember which university, but a couple of universities announced that they now have a list of words that are unacceptable for use in the university. That is what's happening. My words are being, when my video is uploading, sometimes they demonetize before I've even published. Why? Because of words. Because of words. Now, an intelligent leader of a thing like YouTube would look and say, look, we're getting this new kind of category that can be broken into further categories of controversial creators, video creators like me. There's controversial because some of it's illegal in some places, like in the US it's federally illegal but not legal state-wise. That kind of thing, those kind of controversies, as well as those who battle social justice and those social justice people. We all fit into that category. I used to be there. Because I'm sure there are a lot of advertisers that would love to have the choice to say, either exclude my advertising from controversial videos or include them and give me a chance to target the cannabis community or the anti-social justice warrior community. That's what they need to do. They need to expand and give more ability to the advertiser, not just assume that the position of the advertiser is, no way do I want people who take medicinal marijuana to see my ads. They are assuming that on behalf of the advertisers. So I do hope that this gets to advertisers. And advertisers go to YouTube and say, I want to advertise in the cannabis community. I sell growing pots. I can change from selling to just the old ladies who are doing their window garden to a huge new economy that will be doing it to grow their medicine. So I do think this backfires on YouTube. And that's why I want to keep beauty right in front of us. I want to get back to what is wrong with this beautiful plant up here. What is wrong with that? First of all, for instance, my channel. All of you have been commenting since I've been bringing this up. On my channel, what do? We discuss how's the best way to take this medicine with the least negative impact on your life and the hugest positive impact on your life. We discuss and learn how to do it cheaper, how to benefit more people, how to spread the knowledge, and how to kill the myths. I can see a government not wanting all that out there, but an advertiser like YouTube, a platform like YouTube, not wanting that information out there, who are they? Certainly they don't pay me enough to change my content. I will change my content. I have said in my Talk and Tokes, I said that Talk and Tokes will change to Blab and Blast or B&B, just in order to try to circumvent. It's not abiding. The dude never abides. It's about circumventing and trying to find what works. I'm an experimenter. They've put a wall in front of me. I'm sure that there's a few holes in the wall. I'm sure that there's a way around the wall or over the wall or under the wall. I'm going to sit and try and find every single avenue, because some are better for others than for me. So this will not be the end of this Orwellian talk, and maybe it'll change to Orwellia 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we'll continue this. It'll depend on your comments. And hey, do you like that purple panty dropper? I'll tell you, the only reason I'm smoking Skywalker and showing you purple panty dropper is purple panty dropper. OMG, the beauty of this plant. That's why I want to show it. But I don't want to smoke it at noon because, wow, it gave me my best sleep in weeks last night. It's an insomnia one. It is the most purple plant I have ever seen. There we go. I've never seen such purple in a plant. And it's sweet and it's beautiful, but it sure puts you to sleep. It makes you tired. I slept so much yesterday and last night. And I thought I'd give you, because I like it. I want us all to enjoy this plant. Let's look a little closer. $200 times. Let's go full screen. Peace. I want to get right on that purple. I want to see that purple as well as I can. Oh, now that's beautiful. That is so utterly beautiful. Let's see if we can get some light on that matter. Isn't that gorgeous? Back to me, I'm sorry. Those little hash heads, that's the medicine. Oh, there's a lot of medicine like terpenes and everything else within the plant matter itself. And there's fiber and there's vitamins. And it's amazing that we're in this world. You know, I was talking with my own family and my daughter said, could your teen self imagine you actually working in a legal industry? And no, when I was a teenager, although we fought for legalization, I never even expected we'd go medical. In fact, people never really talked about medicine back then, but us smokers sure did with each other. Man, I feel so much better. My body doesn't hurt anymore. We knew. It's just, it wasn't out there. I have gone down a few avenues here, but mostly I just wanted to talk about why my channel's changing a bit. I wanted to also ask you if you agree. Should I change it from Gourd Birch to Hurtin' Hippie or Happy Hippie? I like Hurtin' Hippie because most of the time I'm hurting because the government hasn't made this medicine as accessible as it should be. If it were more accessible, I'd be the Happy Hippie all the freaking time. And there's another thing. How many of you have heard me swear? I think you've heard me say the F-bomb a few times. I hardly ever swear. My channel is just here to help other people. The biggest, I looked at my monetization. I made in the last 3 days 72 cents. But in the last 3 days, I had 25 different people tell me that I helped them in one way or another, either getting their medical card or just giving them an outlet to know that they're not the only one that feels this way. That's why I do it. It's for all of you. So peace and cheers, love and harmony. Find what works for you and stick with it. And always fight the man. Doesn't mean we have to comply. Doesn't mean we don't comply. We find unique ways to comply that may circumvent or even change their future thoughts. Peace and cheers. Love and harmony.